and welcome to LEGO Star Wars, the complete saga. Now, I've been wanting to do an LP of this for a long time, but I just never got to it. Now, new game. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. There we go. That's how we start up. Where are we gonna start? Where else but the very beginning? As you can see, here we are, and we got our state-of-the-art LEGO lightsabers. Now, just to make sure everything is where it should be. We don't have anything. Yet. Don't worry, the Sith will get everything he can in this playthrough. Even the challenge Minikits, which I think are really dumb, but I'll try. It'll take some time, though, so be patient. Won't be done right away. What does this build into? Well, yeah, R2. Get some studs here. Now, to save you from boredom, there will be parts where I will slow down the footage, just so you don't have to suffer. I mean, slow down, not slow down. That would make you suffer. I'm sorry. Speed up the footage so you don't have to suffer. That'll be during kind of boring, dull parts where I just collect studs and stuff. But not so fast that you won't see quite what I'm doing. Because I want to make sure you see everything. Oh yeah, turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. With a blockade of deadly battleships, the Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. The Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched Jedi Knights Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi to settle the conflict. And here we are. There's the blockade. Or at least, part of it. This is their mothership for the blockade. Now, don't think that once you see this whole series, if you haven't seen the original saga, that you know how everything goes. A lot of the stuff in here is either abridged, shortened, or changed slightly just to make it comical. If you want the full experience, see the movies first. I'm sure you wouldn't be too interested in watching this if you haven't seen the movies. You better have, or I'll be very disappointed. So many of my Skype friends haven't seen the movies. It's just disappointing. At least enough of my real life friends have seen it. Probably one reason why we get along so well. So yep, gonna be a lot of stud collecting, trying to get everything. During parts where nothing too interesting is happening, I'm not gonna let you sit through it. Yeah, the cantina band with that. Here's a speed up part, just using the force on the chairs now to collect studs. Yeah, it'd be very dull if I left this how it would be. Yeah, I didn't want you to suffer, so I made it like this. So I hope this is okay. Thankfully, with the classes I've taken in college, I've gotten better with Adobe Premiere Pro, so I figured out how to do some things. Well, I also watched a tutorial video on how to speed up, because I thought I knew how to do it the first time. Nope. I guess I remembered wrong from one of the study sessions. Alright, droids. I'm gonna reduce you to scrap metal. Try and murder us. We're on a diplomatic mission. Oh well, I know who's truly behind this. You would if you would see the movies. Normally I'd speed this part up, but yeah, they decide to show up. Seriously, I thought we diced them all up. Out of my sight. And now we're gonna speed it up. There will also be parts where I will have to cut, inevitably. Because there will be parts where I am backtracking, trying to find things, if I miss them. That might be when I get to the free play sections, though. But I'm sure there might be other parts where I'll have to cut out. You know, I never realized how strange the music sounded sped up. As they do have the original soundtracks from the games playing in these levels. Of course, at the parts of the movies, the soundtracks aren't exactly that, but you know. I'm not gonna rant on and on about it. But John Williams is a master at orchestrating music for the Star Wars series. Only thing is, Star Wars 7, I just didn't feel much of an impact with the music. Like, it was good, no doubt, it was good and it fit, but nothing stood out. In Episode 1, there was Duel of the Fates. There was even the invasion of Naboo and, there was another one. I forget what the song name is, but yeah. In Episode 2, there was, Enter the Arena, I think it was? Then there was the song where they play when they're up against Count Dooku. Oh, let's not forget the Speeder Chase. Yeah, the Speeder Chase. That song's was cool and pretty fitting. Episode 3, there was quite a lot. The General Grievous musics, and, oh yeah, Anakin's betrayal. And we can't forget, Anakin versus Obi-Wan, as well as Battle of the Heroes. Episode 3 had a magnificent soundtrack. Yep, we can't jump up there. We're gonna have to do that later in free play. But I'll be doing free play on the levels after I beat all 6 of the regular story episodes. There are 6 missions in each episode. So that's how it goes. 2 used to only have 5, because, I don't know, they were too lazy to put one in. I mean, most of 2 was just Anakin and Padme's romance that just didn't work. But watching Star Wars The Clone Wars, Anakin and Padme's romance shows much brighter in that. I don't know if Lucas just got his act together in that or what. I don't know if he wrote the script. I don't know if he writes the script for these. I know he directs them, definitely. He was the creator and directed them before he sold it to Star Wars to Disney, but I don't know if he had any hold of the script. Whoever did for the script did a much better job at portraying the connection between Anakin and Padme. You could actually tell the connection that they have, what they have in common. And I will agree with most people that in episodes 2 and 3, a lot of it just seemed hollow. It's like it didn't seem to be anything too special. I mean, it was like Twilight level romance. It probably is creepy too. I don't know. I used to think for that reason, oh yeah, he's probably single because of that. No, he's married. I think it's his second wife, though. Maybe, I don't know. And again, it could be just for the money, who knows? Nah, but I can't judge. I don't know anything. It's just an if. Or a could. Oh great, droidicas. They're pretty fierce, and they're actually pretty fun to play as at some of the times. Most of the character that you face in these games, most of the enemies that you end up beating up, you can buy as characters later with the studs you collect. Oh yeah, and I didn't talk about that power-up. Makes it so you can't take damage, your hearts are full, your lightsaber does more damage. Bolts reflect right off of you. And when you're in a spaceship and later there's super extra damage with spaceships that you can get through any power-ups. Oh yeah, it magnetizes stuff within your area. Yep, just messing around, getting more materials. I know there's a Minikit that's up there, but I can't get that until free play. Now believe me, I know there's gonna be some Minikits that I'll miss that I could get in the story mode and not free play. And some that might even seem like they're in plain sight. But please bear with me, I'm trying to do what I can. Now we gotta get this clear, because droids can't jump, and we need TC-14's help for that panel. I am TC-14 at your service. This way, please. That's the original lines that droid had in the movie. It was voiced by a female, I know that. I mean, you can obviously tell if you watch the movie. You really trying to be cool, Obi-Wan? Fool. But the illegal invasion of Naboo has begun. Their blockade was technically legal. So they said in the movie. But their blockade wasn't, so they said in the movie. I guess I could go on a rant about the prequels. I mean, I definitely grew up around the time the prequels were coming out. I mean, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. Back then, I didn't think Episode 1 was too bad. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't find Jar Jar's humor that funny, even as a kid. I just thought, okay, he's just goofy. No one can reach Goofy's level of funny. Goofy from Disney, but no, just, you know, Goofy. But just not all that funny. All those droid ships. I forget what the name of those spaceships are. And those. Weird how the music just cues in. Yep, collecting studs and all that, and it will be sped up in times I just have to beat up like 1 or 2 droids, or just 1 or 2 enemies that may appear out of random, and maybe still sped up then. Because I'll be fair, if I just have to keep on speeding up something that's like maybe only like 5 seconds, what's the point? I understand if it's like 7 seconds or longer. Yeah, I'll do that. But if it's shorter than that, I'm not gonna bother. If it's just a small amount of enemies, and I didn't spend as much time collecting studs. This is actually important because history gives you a lot. See, blue studs worth 1,000, gold worth 100. And if you destroy the whole thing, a Minikit. Now, when I first did that, I didn't think that tree could be destroyed. I don't know why I didn't think that was possible. Guess it just never came to mind. I detest that I have to play as a Jedi. It's part of the story, and free play, later on. I'll show my true power as a Sith Lord. You can custom make your own character, but it's kind of limited in a sense. You can have only one kind of lightsaber. It can be one of 4 colors at least, but still. Nothing too special. And I hate how as a Sith you can't use Force Lightning. I mean, come on. Yeah, Choke is cool and all, but still. Why no Force Lightning? could I have had that option? That would have been really cool. Really, really cool. But no. But if you thought they were lazy with custom character design in this game, if I ever think about doing LEGO Star Wars 3, you'll see that with custom characters in that game, they really didn't put that much effort into it at all. Even less options. Huh? What's that? Oh boy. It's the punching bag of the prequels. Get down! You fool! Get off of me. Technically, Jar Jar now owes him a life debt. It's apparently how Gungan customs are. Again, would be speeding that up, but he came out of nowhere in just a matter of seconds. And then he did. Now back to this. Alright, this part we need you, Jar Jar. Jar Jar can jump higher than most characters. Some characters are able to do that. That was a special thing in the first Star Wars game. There wasn't a complete saga before this. It was divided into 2 different games. 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. LEGO Star Wars 1 and LEGO Star Wars 2. Now, I don't know if it's just because the soundtrack wasn't released by then, or at least by the time they were making it. But the weird thing was in the Star Wars 3 for the LEGO, they didn't have the Star Wars 3 soundtrack. They used the soundtracks from 4, 5, and 6 to fill in for what should have been the Star Wars 3 soundtrack. Keep in mind, the LEGO Star Wars games were initially made around 2005. So yes, it's been 10 years. I feel old. Very, very old. I'm 20, but I already feel old. Alright, continuing on. Droids are no match for the power of the Force. Ooh, a Minikit down there. Didn't mean to do that to him. One of my biggest complaints was, why are you allowed to hurt your own allies? Not only does that get in the way if you're playing with another person, but why friendly fire in a LEGO game? I can understand in other types of games, but this is LEGO. Come on. Get wrecked. I probably should have gotten that blue stud there, but I wasn't too attentive. And a little too slow. Well, I got that. But now that I got the true Jedi, I'm probably gonna spend a little less time getting the getting studs in some places. And another Minikit. As well as over the money we have here. Can those be destroyed? Nope. Doesn't hurt to check. Okay, anything over there? Nope. Alright, Jar Jar. Your time is now. Strange how he's able to fight in he's able to at least do some form of combat in the Clone Wars. I mean, in, LEGO Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars. And, not in this game. I don't know if they just never planned for it. I mean, sure, Jar Jar did a lot of action when it was the, Battle of Naboo. But it's just like... I know it was all supposed clumsiness, that caused all the craziness that he did. But, they probably should have given him at least some fighting ability. I mean, after all, in Star Wars Episode 1, Jar Jar did say, "We are warriors." That's quite the jump into the water. No, can't help them with Naboo and the invasion. But we can't help give you a speeder. With the help of a Jedi mind trick. Your leader's susceptible to Jedi mind tricks? I don't think that's such a good leader you have on your hands. But okay. And that'll be the end for this part. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe, do whatever you want, your choice, and please give this series support. It's not just for money, it's just for fun.